Hi everybody, welcome to Devotions on this Monday, and I trust that this week is going to be a good one for you. I want to think today about dress codes. Dress codes are quite important in our society. If I was invited to some very formal occasion and I decided to wear my old floppy hat, well, I'd quickly be told to leave and to get myself properly dressed. Jesus actually told a parable about dress codes, and I want to read part of the parable to you. There was this king whose son was getting married, and he wanted to invite all the important people, and none of them wanted to come. So he then sent out invitations to anybody and everybody. But when he looked at the guests, this is what he saw. And when the king came in to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing wedding clothes. Friend, he asked, how did you get in here without wedding clothes? And the man was speechless. Then the king told the attendant, tie him hand and foot and throw him outside into the darkness where there will be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen. He didn't have the right clothing to wear. It's quite interesting with President Trump and President Zelensky a little while ago, when President Trump was very upset because President Zelensky didn't wear a suit to the White House. He didn't have the proper dress code. So when they met again last week, you could see President Zelensky made sure he wore something more appropriate. Our wives are very good at keeping an eye on our dress code. And Priscilla will say to me, you can't wear that. No. I wanted to wear my Crocs somewhere the other day. She says, no, you can't wear Crocs there. Well, the question really is, what is the dress code to be with God and to be with Him forever? What is required? I remember, just this last week really, a friend of mine said to me, I lie awake at night sometimes and I wonder, have I done enough good deeds to be able to make it? And there are a lot of people who think like that. They think, well, if my good deeds outweigh my bad deeds, then maybe I've got a chance. But if my bad deeds outweigh my good deeds, well, oh dear. I can't depend upon that, because God demands of us 100% righteousness, and none of us can get there. So what is the right way in? We had a friend when we were working in Fishhook, who was a high-ranking officer in the Navy, and he invited us one day to go to this lovely lunch at the officers' mess. And so we went in there. We would never normally be allowed in there, but because we were friends with this officer, we went in and enjoyed the slap-up meal because of our relationship with him. And the right dress code for being with God forever, the right dress code, is a relationship with Jesus. And the Bible often talks about it being clothed with Christ. Put on Christ. Paul says in Romans 13, clothe yourselves with the Lord Jesus Christ. And then again in Galatians, for all who are baptized into Christ, all who have put their faith in Him, have clothed themselves with Christ. So, when we come to God, we can say, Lord, don't look at me, but look at Jesus, because Jesus took away all that sinfulness on the cross. And as we put our faith in Him, we are brought into a right relationship with Him, and we can begin to live in a new way for Him and with Him. But it doesn't depend on how good we are, because we will never be good enough. And when we finally get into the final act of God's program, and the bride of Christ comes down, and we are that bride of Christ, we are told in Revelation at the end, chapter 19, that we will be dressed in fine linen, bright and clean, that has been given to us to wear. That is such a gift to us. It's not something we have to earn. It's something that God blesses us with by His amazing grace. May you know peace with God. Peace through His amazing grace. May God be with you as you go into this week. Bye for now.